Heroes. We need more heroes. In my personal opinion, there are 5 heroes if added to Marvel Future Revolution would revitalize and spice up the community a little bit. So without further ado, let me get into my personal recommendation for the next 5 heroes that are coming to Marvel Future Revolution. But before I do that, please let me know in the comments down below what are the 5 that you would have if you could pick. Because I'm pretty sure I know what the 5 heroes you would pick are, and they might be the 5 on this list. So let's get going with number 5. For me, it's going to be the Hulk, because I think the Hulk is a hero that is significantly different than any gameplay style we have. We have Captain America, which is the one true punch people style, but we don't really have any hero that is a gigantic bruiser with a gigantic health pool that as he gets lower HP does more damage or something like that, which would fit sort of the Hulk's concept. I also don't think we have a very good hero that jumps in and stays in and continues to apply DPS if he sticks onto somebody. Captain America feels like a utility person to me, and everyone else is kind of a ranged hero or a hybrid like Black Widow. I feel like we don't really have a true smashing, just in-your-face bruiser type of hero, and I think this is where Hulk would fit in quite nicely. In my opinion, Hulk has to be number 5. All right, number 4 for me is going to be Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is a hero that is fairly unique. Teleportation skills. It can be quite cool to have a melee teleporting type of rogue. We have Black Widow. I don't really think she feels like a rogue, in my opinion. Speaking of rogue, there's one right on the screen. But in my opinion, Nightcrawler should be number 4. I think a constant teleportation type of gameplay with bonus damage if you deal damage while behind somebody. Perhaps skills where you can actually teleport your enemies because you can grab people and teleport them too. Stuff like that could be quite cool. Maybe a passive perk where you can use all the gateways no matter where he is or something on the map. I'm just throwing some stuff out there to show you there's more than one way to really, cook a cat here or whatever that. What was it? Cook a cat? Was it? Boil a pooch? What is that line? This might be a weird one, but I think the Watcher would be a good position right now. I think the way they should go with this game is by inserting heroes that are relevant currently into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So things that people are hyped about. I think this should be a game where you get to go in and really have a sandbox, just grindable experience with the heroes you're interested in. I also think that'd be a way for them to sort of drive hype behind character releases. So right now there's the Marvel What Ifs. And there's no spoilers in this video, don't worry, but the Watcher plays a big role. He's obviously, you know this from right the first second of it, that he is the storyteller of the series. And for that reason, I think he kind of would be a role that people would be interested in playing. I'm not really familiar with his powers too much in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I can't really speculate to what they would be. But if you watch the show a little bit, you do see a little bit of that. So I think it would be, how to put it, a fine addition to the universe that people would be both probably excited to see as well as relevant in recent discussions in search engine analytics and things like that, which are very helpful for gaming companies. You want to be relevant with what people are looking up for, and I think if we did some of the Marvel Cinematic Universe What If stuff, for instance, I would have said like Playbo Ultron or something like that, but we can't really do that as he's a villain in the game currently, so I think the Watcher would fit nicely. I debated for a while putting Wanda in here. The Scarlet Witch is number 2. I think she's sort of the more obvious choice. I want to make an argument for Loki. Now, you might say Loki is a villain and we're not doing playable villains. Here's my argument as to why that's not true. In the story of the game currently, when Loki is Malekith, or, he's pretending to be Malekith or whatever, and we have to fight and defeat Loki before he ends up in going helping LaFay, where he then turns on LaFay. The entire reason Loki was doing that, as of the story, is to help Thor regain the ability to use his hammer in the game's story currently. Meaning Loki this entire time is not a villain, but is in fact a hero, and proves it at the end by trying to defend Thor and defeat his own father. Loki is a hero in the story that we currently have in this game. He's also a fan favorite because of the whole TVA and the show Loki. I think this also fits in very well into characters that are currently hyped, much beloved, famous characters in the Marvel Universe, and also readily present in the current Marvel Cinematic Universe. This would be my number 2 choice, and in my personal opinion, is not the obvious choice, but is one of the better ones. Now, moving on to number 1, I hate to use the same bloodline, but for me, it's Thor. I think Thor is one of the most beloved heroes in the entire all of Marvel. I also think that he has a very readily apparent skill set. It would be easy to make his skills. You have him shoot lightning, you have him throw his hammer, he can fly because of his hammer, you just have him twirl it around. He also can do close and range by hitting people with his hammer. The kit writes itself. He's also visually striking as a hero, so I think he would look very good in the game appealing. Whereas people like Nightcrawler on my list might be more difficult to make seem very, outstanding and visually appealing. Whereas Thor is easy. You have the red against the steel, very easy to get the colors right. The lightning is an easy one to do. I think we have a lot of that already from Storm, and you could even fit in some of the electrical bonus stuff. Maybe do shock as a skill, have him do decrease attack. There's a lot of ways you could fit in him and his skills already. Plus, we've already seen him in game. We know some of the models are there already, and we see him get used in the Law Fae fight, etc. Now, I do believe Thor is maybe the most requested playable character in the game currently, and in my opinion, I don't really think it's fan-pleasing or anything to add in a hero that is, in my personal opinion, at the core of a lot of the story of the game is a hero. Seems like an obvious choice and is much requested, and is probably easy to implement if I had to guess, and is probably one of the heroes they could get Marvel access to, I would think, seeing as they've got Iron Man and all the others. That being said, I need to know what you guys think, because if you disagree with this list, I need your reasons why. We do know for a fact Netmarvo have been watching this channel, so suggestions we make sometimes get through to them, and hopefully this is one of those times. So let us know in the comments down below what you think. Also, official announcement, now I am live streaming every single day, 7 p.m. EST at twitch.tv/DarthMicrotransaction. That is 4 p.st, 7 p.m. EST. So 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I will be live every single day. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.